The First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, has said the general election next month is a crossroads moment for Scotland. Addressing a rally in Glasgow, Ms Sturgeon, who's the First Minister, said independence was within touching distance. She repeated her plan to hold a referendum next year, and she urged Scots to use this election to put Scotland's future into Scotland's hands. Well, earlier, just after Ms Sturgeon had spoken, I talked to our correspondent Alexandra Mackenzie in Glasgow. She was there as the rally was breaking up.
Yes, the square has started to empty, but that's only happened within the last 10-15 minutes. Before that, we understand that there were thousands of people here in the square. Organisers have said 20,000. We understand the police are saying 10,000. And it was a pro-independence rally. Their message was that they want an independence referendum. They want Scotland to have a choice about its future. And the main speaker this afternoon, as you said, was the First Minister of Scotland and leader of the SNP, Nicola Sturgeon, and she had a very clear message. She wants an independence referendum in Scotland next year in 2020. This is what she had to say.
The much better alternative for our country is to take our future into our hands and to become an independent country. A country that invests in our people, that invests in our public services, that invests in lifting children out of poverty, not in a hard Brexit, not in trident weapons of mass destruction on the River Clyde. An independent country that is open, that is welcoming, that is diverse, that can build a better future, not just for us here today and this generation of Scots, but a better future for all the generations who come after us. That, my friends, is the prize. And that prize is within our touching distance. But we must seize that prize. I said a moment ago that this general election is the most important in our lifetimes. And that is the case.
So a very strong message there from Nicola Sturgeon that was met very well by the audience here. She also accused Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn of running scared and said that she wanted to debate with them anytime, anywhere. But Boris Johnson has said that he definitely does not want a Scottish independence referendum, and Jeremy Corbyn has said it's not necessary or decidable.
Alexandra, is there any indication from the various ways that public opinion has been measured over the last few years that it has shifted towards independence, or is it pretty much where it was at the time of the last referendum?
Well, it's difficult to tell that from being here today. Like, obviously everyone who was on the square today, they might not have been from the SNP, but they were definitely pro-independence. But we also saw a smaller rally, small demonstration taking place just outside the square of Unionists, and they wanted to put across the message that Nicola Sturgeon does not talk for the whole of Scotland. There are definitely people in Scotland who do not want independence, and they just want the SNP and the Scottish Government to move on from that argument and start talking about the NHS and start talking about education. But also we might have a better indication after the election. Nicola Sturgeon has said this is the most important election of our generation.
Alexandra Mackenzie there in Glasgow.